Farming is a very unique occupation. I mean, it's a stressful occupation. A lot of times you don't make any money.
Farmers and ranchers, they keep everything so bottled up.
Excuse me. I love what I do. You know, there's such variety in this occupation, so many challenges. Of course, I grew up doing it, and so it's something I've always wanted to do.
Well, the Depression, you know, I didn't know what it was really at that time. It got to be where I didn't want to go out of the house. Sometimes I didn't even want to get out of bed.
Stress and depression and suicide in a farmer is part of it. You just hope that it isn't your part.
The stress levels in rural areas are off the charts high. If you're farming crops, you have the weather to deal with.
Normally we like to plant corn on the 15th to the 20th of April, and now it is in May. Everybody's very anxious and nervous about getting it in.
There's a little bit more of the pressure of feeling it's all on me. I need to handle this, and also the family dynamics. If the farm has been in the family for a long time, there's this thing of keeping it going within the family for the next generations.
They won't come into the office. You have to go to them. Whether it's a farmer or a rancher, that's when they talk to you. It's important for pastors to realize you have to get out of the office and be willing to get your feet dirty and go out into the field or go out into the pastures and visit with your people. Todd was one of them. I would go and hop in his combine and ride a little while and just say, hey, how's it going?
We sit in here all day long by ourselves. Your mind can work in mysterious ways, and I really feel for people that are struggling with something.
Excited to have such a large group. So let's open in prayer. Lord, we thank you. We thank you so much for your presence, that you make yourself available to each and every one of us. You love us.
Almost every Sunday, I pray for those who are dealing with loneliness, anxiety, depression. If there are people who could have been there for our family, I wouldn't be talking about my attempt. I wouldn't be talking about my mom's death by suicide.
Suicide, and it's people.
Kind of at a gut level, what I had an inkling for, but equipping other leaders in the congregation, seeing again the importance of talking openly about mental wellness and suicide. So if we can equip people to recognize people are having hard days, to connect people, their friends or their families, to even say, I may not know how to do this, but I know somebody who does.
Yeah, through good and bad times.
Right? Yes.
I remember very distinctly the day that my mom come up to me and asked me to take all the guns out of the house because she thought my dad would. She thought he would do something to himself. You know, he was a typical proud farmer, you know. I remember seeing my dad lay on the floor with his feet up in the chair because his back hurt so bad, but then he'd get up and go out and milk the cows, because that's what you do.
A little bit of the stigmas may be going away as people are more open to talk about mental health. And so that's my hope, is over the next few years, that it's not a taboo subject, it's reality.